Hello, my name is Kay Bishop and welcome to Web Development for Graphic Communications. I will be an instructor for this course, and the goal of this class is to help you to design and develop a basic website for self-promotion that you can use as an e-portfolio to showcase your work, and also so that you can build a professional site for a client. We will be primarily using Adobe Dreamweaver to reach these goals. Let me first give you a brief introduction about myself, and you can watch this 1-second video app that I have found to record about a second of a day over the spring semester. Then, all right. Y'all should.
Mochi?
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, print out a great story.
That'll work.
Set the three.
I don't.
We need.
Now I do what
Oh!
particular show that
Mo.
Next to the.
These people believe.
Shot.
three.
As you can see, I do have a life outside of this class, and as all of you, that life changed suddenly with the onset of COVID-19, and that continues to affect our lives, so I'm very aware of that. However, this has always been a web-based class that as I have taught it, and so that doesn't really change this course too much. It's an asynchronous class, which means that there's no required meetings. We do have optional Zoom meetings where I will give additional information and open up time for question and answer. And then you can always schedule an appointment to meet with me as well virtually in Zoom. I will address more of those kind of details later on, but I just, in this video, wanted to kind of introduce myself in the course. First of all, to clear up any confusion about my name, you may see it spelled as K-A-I or as K-A-Y. Both are actually correct, so you can call me Kay or Kai. I'll answer to either one. I have a BFA in Visual Communications from the University of Texas at Austin, Hook'em Horns. And so my background is really from that design creative standpoint. And you can see this a little bit about my personality as I compare from results of personality tests. Last semester in one of my classes, we did some personality tests, and one of the things that I have found in previous personality tests is that I am either like Barbara Bush or Bob Dylan. So as you can see from the video, I am a mother of two and I do have a nurturing side, and I really want to be an advocate for my students and want to be here to help you and to nurture you in your growth and development. And at the heart of it, I am an artist at heart, so I do tend to come at things with a creative spirit, and I hope that you will too, and that I hope that you can have fun with that in your projects. I have also completed my master's in educational media with a concentration in new media literacies and global perspectives. So I'm really interested in education and how we're using media in education, and the digital platform is huge with websites and any kind of digital portfolios or multimedia, and so I will bring that into this classroom as well. I will go over the class format and structure in our Zoom meeting. So I will also record that meeting on Tuesday night, and you can view it afterwards if you're not able to meet that meeting. And I'll do that for all of our Zoom meetings so that all the recordings will be provided, including the tutorials that you can watch at your own time and at your own pace. I also want to mention that in previous semesters, you will be working with a group in this class for your professional site. And I've had students who have worked together with groups or with partners to complete their homework assignments as they're building up to the group project. And so that is perfectly fine. And that's why early on I have you sign up for your groups so that you can know who you're working with. And if you want to begin to work together at the library or wherever you'll be doing your work, feel free to do that. That might be a good way. You still have to turn in your individual assignments, but that way you kind of have some study buddies. Because this course is completely online, you will need to have your own access to a computer with the Adobe suite. Again, we'll be using primarily Dreamweaver, but also you'll need to use Photoshop, and then you have the option to use Adobe XD for some wireframing and web development. So think about how you're going to access the software. You should be able to get free licensing for Adobe to install on your own personal computer. I will be in touch with you about details once I receive details about that, but I have requested that all of my students get the free access to the Adobe suite. Also, you will need a textbook for this class, and the textbook is from Against the Clock. Those of you who have taken Digital Media Composition 1 with me are familiar with Against the Clock. So it's the same company. This is what it looks like. It's the 2020 Against the Clock textbook for Dreamweaver. You can also get an ebook version, but it may be more difficult to toggle back and forth on the ebook and on your computer. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. But that's your option if you want to get the ebook or the hard copy. The 2019 version is pretty close. If you want to get a used book, that should work too. Again, I will talk more about that in Zoom, but if you want to go ahead and purchase that book, I would do that early on, and so then you can register the book and download the files that come with it. If you have any questions about this course, you can post any questions in the Help Q&A forum on our As You Learn course page. You can also email me. All that information is on our course page. Just be aware that I probably won't answer your emails after 9 p.m. and on the weekends. So even though your assignments will be due on Tuesdays by midnight, I won't be responding to your emails that late. So you want to just plan ahead for that. Give me about a 24-hour turnaround time to respond to your emails too. So it's an online class, and so for some of you this may be your first completely online class. Some of you are very familiar with that, but in every instructor's class they may approach the online course differently. And so for our class, I just want to let you know some kind of basic guidelines. Just because it's online doesn't mean you can turn your assignments in whenever you want. We do have deadlines, and they're Tuesdays by midnight in this class, so you can refer to the schedule for the due dates, and there will be deductions for late assignments, and there's a late area for you to turn in your late work. Some people think that online courses are easier. I actually think that they're harder. So I just completed my master's completely online, so I understand the challenges that go along with that. You do have to be self-motivated and independent and really organized and pace yourself, disciplined. Those are really important things to consider. So you do want to set a schedule for yourself, and I'd recommend that you choose a day or days in the week where you have an allotted time to work on this class and to check your course page frequently. I would check mine daily, and so the more you check it, the better you're going to do in this class. Check your email announcements from me, and I will communicate often with you. Sign up for the Remind app so you can get reminders from me about deadlines, especially if you have trouble with deadlines. I would recommend that you do that. Doesn't mean that you don't have to participate or interact with me or other students. So I really want this to be an interactive class, so you're not just listening to me all the time, but you're interacting with each other. We'll do that through discussion forums, through the group project. And again, if you want to meet up with others in the class to work on assignments together, that would be great if that will be helpful to you. So I'm also not distant and unavailable. I am going to be available to you through Zoom meetings, through our individual appointments. If you want to set something up with me through email, if you prefer to text me, let me know. But I want to be here. I want you to succeed in this class. I am here to help you do that. So I'm not trying to set you up for failure, but I'm trying to set you up to succeed. And that's why every semester I reevaluate this class and make changes. So anything you have heard about this class before, it may not look the same this semester. All right, so an online class does mean that you do have to stay on top of your assignments. You do need to watch all the videos and all the deliveries that I provide for you, the lecture materials, the textbooks. You need to use all those resources. You need to check the course page often, like I said earlier. Get to know your classmates and utilize their help. And know that I am here when you need me. So if you are one of those students who you can do it on your own and you don't need a lot of help from me, that's great. So it's really up to you how much help you want from me. So just reach out to me and let me know if you do need help. I am going to go over more details in our Zoom meeting, so I don't want to make a really long video, but I just wanted to kind of introduce you to myself and to this class, and then think about any questions you have and bring them to the table during our Zoom session. I will see you then.